you never know. You know how many amazing relatives you have? I mean, you have some of them that fly thousands of miles in a night. You have some that can pick up almost twice their weight, and some that just are insane daredevils. Oh, well, on that note, I believe this is how we're going to start this little mini series. But first, bow tie. It's blue. I love it. Ah. Well, here we go. We're going to kick off this this little mini series of amazing animal. Sorry, not amazing animals. That was a different one. This one is living like Larry. Animals on the edge. These are some of the amazing stuff that animals can do. Like, I can't even. But this this video is going to be three. I know where the camera is. Three of my all-time favorite amazing bird species that can do so many cool stuff. Like you have, actually, oh wait, let me just tell you. Well, first off, I really like this. And I want to know what you guys think about it because I might actually just start wearing vest and bow tie for the videos because I think it looks cool. And I'm like, I look amazing. Wow, Sean, I can't. That smile, that kind of scared me a little bit. It's okay. It's okay. First, we're going to start off with the family of eagles, and I grouped eagles in general because it's hard to separate them. I mean, yeah, like species and where they live and all that, but I mean, for what I selected them for and like the reason they're on this list, it's hard to separate them because they're all extremely strong. Like for example, the harpy eagle is only 20 pounds, but it's been known to carry monkeys that weigh up to 15 to 18 pounds while flying. Like, I mean, it's carrying nearly its own weight while flying. Like, I mean, it's like, and it's amazing. That was probably the weirdest thing I've ever done. Maybe not. I mean, on camera, guys. Let's keep this PG. Then you have golden eagles. They've been known to pick up small sheep. I'd honestly be really scared if I was a shepherd and I was just walking around with my flock of sheep, just singing a song, and then I see an eagle go whoosh, snatch a little baby, like little lamb, and I'm like, what even? This was this happens? I'd probably quit my job at that moment. And then you have Philippine eagles that have been known to take down 30-pound deer. And some of them have actually been able to carry them for short distances, not like a few miles. I mean, like, pick it up and fly it like 50 feet. It's like my nose is exploding. JK, not exploding. That'd actually be very painful. Like, imagine if your nose actually exploded and it would just be like craziness. Like, how would that even work? But back to the actual video. We have African crowned eagles that have, they take down 75-pound deer. Like, I mean, how boss do you have to be like an eagle and just take down a 75-pound deer? That doesn't happen. Why? What? You could get literally anything else, and you choose to take the 75-pound deer. Why? Like, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying, like, it's not like you didn't have options. You just saw the deer, and you're like, I want that one. It's like, forget the mouse. Forget the little, like, other stuff that's over there. I want that deer. That 75-pound deer. I want him now. You just fly over, just like kill him, and then eat it. And I'm like, what? What do you need with this? I can't fathom that, and it's just insane to me. And I really kind of want to see a video of it actually hunting a 75-pound deer now. Like, I feel like that'd be the weirdest thing anyone's ever gotten. No, the craziest thing anyone's ever gotten on camera. what do you do after that? Like, I mean, after you get that video, what can you do? Like, that's more interesting in life. I can't. You can't do anything. Now, off of the eagle and the amazing strongman that it is, still imagining 75-pound deer being taken out by an eagle. That doesn't happen. We move on to the king of the high dive, and it's the gannets. These birds, oh my gosh, are amazing. They dive. Okay, first off, they're a shorebird that's native to the North Atlantic. It's like all across North Atlantic, from the U.S. all the way over to Europe. They span from, let's see, in the Caribbean, up along the eastern coast of North America, Greenland, Iceland, and all of the Western Europe that's along the ocean. And then from there, they span along the coast of Africa, literally all along the coast, like around Africa. And then there's a population in Australia and New Zealand. And that's what I got. And I'm like, I really wonder how the New Zealand and Australian population just got there when the rest of them are like across oceans. But anyways, these birds are, as I said, shorebirds. They go and they fly, like most shorebirds, they go and they fish, because when you're a shorebird, fish is plentiful. But these birds have learned how to get fish the best way possible. Like, I mean, most birds will go and they'll like swim into the water a little bit, and they'll like snag some fish they can find on the surface. Yeah, that's good, you know. Get some fish on the table. But the gannets found out, like, you know what? Nah, that's not good enough for us. So they learned how to dive for food. And when I say dive, I mean what they'll do is they'll fly around 100 feet above the water surface. They look down at the water, locate where the group of fish is, and they dive down at up to 60 miles per hour, slicing straight through the water. And they use their wings as flippers once they get into the water, and they'll swim around, and they can go as deep as, like, I think it was 150 feet below the surface of the water, grab fish, and then the air in their feathers brings them back up. And I'm like, this is amazing. This bird needs an award. Like, I mean, imagine if this bird was in Rio for the high dive competition. Everyone would lose. No one wins. Nobody wins. This is the immediate gold medal. But also, including that, they have some amazing, like, yeah. They have some amazing, I'm thinking like 12 different things at once, and it's insane. They have some amazing adaptations just to be able to do that to get food. One, they have no external nostrils. Like, you know, most birds, on their beak, there's like the nostrils are like up here, like really close to the eyes, because not on the beak. But with gannets, because they go down underwater, and I don't think birds can close their nostrils, they evolved to have their nostrils on the inside of their beak. That way, the beak is closed. There's no air, there's no water that can go into their nostrils, because I know that's a horrible feeling, and I think that would be like the worst thing to happen to me if I was swimming and I couldn't, and there was just water just going up my nose, and I'm like, I'm gonna die. That's one of the reasons I flip out when I'm swimming. Yep. But anyways, off of my odd stuff, they also have evolved air sacs. Like air sacs that are like, what is it? I know the words. I know it. Airbags, like car airbags for their brain. Most birds have air sacs along their bodies to help them be lighter. That way, flight is easier. But but gannets have evolved a few extra ones in their head, and these are in the front and the sides, and they keep the brain from shaking and completely like being obliterated once the gannet hits the water at 60 miles per hour. Insane. Also, side note, if a human were to do a dive like a gannet from 100 miles up and at that speed, it would be as if we did that onto a solid concrete brick. There's no way we would be able to survive that. we would completely die, and that would be the end of it. Like, we'd, oh well, shouldn't have jumped or fallen or been pushed out of a plane, or I really don't know what the situation would have been if someone was doing that. Anyways, also they evolved so that, like most birds, when you see them, their eyes are on the sides of their head. They evolved where their eyes move forward, or have moved actually forward, and where they can, that way they can judge distance and they can see better while underwater. That way catching fish is much easier. You don't have to turn your head to find the fish and then go over and then turn and be sure it's still there. They evolved that way they can see directly, and it's called binocular vision because I think it looks like it kind of looks like binoculars. That's my explanation for it. It's most likely wrong, but that's what I call it. That's why I call it binocular vision. And also, with like that whole dive and the 60 miles per hour and 100 feet up, they do this in large groups. Like, I mean, in flocks of the hundreds. They'll go over areas where they know there's fish, and they'll all dive. And they do it so organized that very rarely will they crash into each other. Like, I mean, A+ to you. Like, I mean, I'd probably just stop and wait until everyone's done if I was again in that situation. I'd be like, I don't want to get in the middle of this because I'd be the person to get hit. And if I get hit at 62 miles per hour, I'm dead. That's the end of it. I don't exist. Gannets are amazing. I mean, there's nothing better than a gannet at the high dive. We've lost. Go life. And now for my favorite one of the list. This is the one that was on the thumbnail for the video, and this is my favorite like bird that most people really don't know much about unless you're in an area of where you see them often, or you actually get like around someone who knows about them and you hear about it, because this bird literally deserves an award. Like, you don't get any better than this. And it's the bar-headed goose. Now, bar-headed geese have probably the most amazing migration of any bird. Yes, I know Arctic terns go from North Pole to South Pole, and I know that purple martins can do their whole migration in just a few days. But let's be honest, that's nothing compared to the bar-headed goose. It can do its whole migration in one night. Actually, in total, they've clocked it at 7 hours. They migrate at night. Yeah, I did say that. I was like, wait, that sounds familiar. Am I repeating myself? Is it possible I could be redundant? Just a little bit. I don't know. But anyways, they do their whole thing, and it's about 10,000 miles. But not only that, and they do it non-stop, but also their migration goes over the Himalayas. Yes. They go from, I think, as far north as southern Russia, around Siberia, I believe, all the way down to southern India. Insane. And they go over the Himalayas. They've scientifically been known to go over Makalu. I feel like that's the name, Makalu, Makalu, and I'm really sorry if there's someone from that area that knows it and I'm pronouncing it wrong. I'm sorry, but Mount Makalu, that's around 28,000 feet. They've been known to fly over that, but there have been a few witness accounts of them actually flying over Mount Everest for their migration. Hands down, this bird wins every award possible. Like, I mean, and then they fly 50 miles per hour. Like, that's faster than most people know how to drive on an actual, like, highway. Let's be honest. Most people think that highway means 30 miles per hour, or highway means school zone, and school zone means highway, and that's actually really scary. Like, I was in the car with someone, and they thought school zone was, like, 80, and I was like, why? And, yeah, it wasn't fun. It wasn't. But anyways, as I digress from my random memories, I've been doing that a lot lately. But you have this bird, and it's in my opinion, strikingly beautiful. Like, it has the blue, like the light bluish tint. It has the black stripes on it, and I'm like, oh, that looks cool. And then it can do all this amazing stuff. And not only that, but also, mind you, it's going 50 miles per hour up at 28,000 feet. And the air is really thin there, so it has to be able to really make the most of any energy it has. Not only that, but it can do its whole migration in one leg, and that's 7 hours. I mean, imagine spending 7 hours flying 10,000 miles. I don't want to. I really don't. I don't. It's not something I feel like doing. It's insane. But, and I found out like the reason, and this is actually goes with a whole lot of birds, the reason they migrate at night is because the cooler air at the at higher elevations, which most birds will migrate at, the cooler air at night makes it easier to fly in, and it feels like it's lower elevations because of the temperature change. And all because if they had flown at lower elevations, it's easier for them to be picked off by predators. So the higher up you are, the less things are to find you. And if you go at night, it'll feel like you're flying at regular altitudes. So yeah, I love it. Well, we have this video, and this was amazing. I really love this one. I mean, I'm excited for this whole series. And yes, this is over a week late. And I meant to do this last Monday, and then I was like, maybe not. And then I meant to do it that Thursday, and then I was like, maybe not. And then I meant to do it yesterday, and I got really close to doing it. And then I actually went to go do something with someone, and I got home really late, and I was like, I don't feel like doing anything right now. So that's how I ended up in this. I was actually supposed to be going somewhere, and then that canceled. And so I'm wearing this, and I really didn't feel like changing. And I'm like, video, bow tie and not tux, vest and bow tie. I know words. Vest and bow tie. Yes, this sounds amazing. And science, and nature, and animals beyond reason. So yeah, it just, yeah. So I went and I got all my information. I Googled. I did all the searching, all the Insta searching in the Facebooks. Oh yeah, I did get on Facebook a little bit. That was a little cheat. But anyways, had to take a little bit of me time. And I went and I was like, okay, let's do this. So, and one thing I do know is the videos now are actually going to be a little bit more hectic. A little bit more like last week where there wasn't one. Because next week starts band camp, and that's when Satan comes out and hangs out with all the band kids, and we're supposed to go and work. Yeah, Satan's at band camp, but we're okay with it because we only have to deal with them for a week. And then marching band starts, and then we have to deal with them a little bit more, but we're okay with that, you know? It's all about like how you deal with people you don't like, you know? Freaking Satan. Anyways, it's crazy. How does like the world work? But thank you for watching the video. If you look in the description, there'll actually be a vote on if I should do the vest and bow tie thing for the videos, because I personally like it. But I want to know if you guys liked it. And also just real quick. Ooh, this is actually my second favorite vest. My first favorite is dirty, so it had to be cleaned, and I was like, so you would go down to the description, I know words, description, vote, follow me on Instagram for a few more information on random stuff that happens, and yeah, have a great day and stay wild.